Hello again, it's me, Jimmy. Now, just before we start this video, just a little update on my channel as a whole. I know the Rings of Power Season 2 reactions have been a little bit delayed multiple times now. There's just been stuff going on in life, and it's kind of set me back a little bit, and then work took over, and just things causing delays. But trust me, I am working through them. I do plan to finish Season 2 of Rings of Power. I have a video I'm currently working on. And the rest of the episodes will be out over the coming weeks. But I'm not holding this off. I wanted to still continue with recording other shows, and since a new Star Wars show is starting today, I chose to just start with this. But I'm going to be doing Rings of Power too. So in the coming weeks, there's going to be reactions to both Skeleton Crew and Rings of Power coming out. I love that I'm watching a new Star Wars show. I love it. I love it. Since the fall of the Empire, the New Republic has maintained order. Yes, I did hear that this was taking place around the same time as Mando. And yet, remote hyperspace routes are increasingly plagued by piracy. Yeah, that makes sense. These pirates boldly brand their armored hulls as a sign to all ships. Surrender or die. Pirates are nice like that. We saw a little bit of the pirates in Mando Season 3, didn't we? We saw that really cool pirate captain, as well as his sort of group of pirates. Is this pirates, like, boarding? I'm not sure if this is a New Republic ship. Oh. Those pirates. Is this New Republic, or is this just like a random freighter? Oh, very Episode 4. Waiting for the Stormtroopers and Vader to come in. No! His eye! One thing I will say that I'm enjoying so far from what I see, the pirates are made up with so many different types of aliens and things. One of my opinions on recent Star Wars stuff is that there's not enough aliens, at least the weird ones, the non-humanoid ones. Yeah, like that! So cool. Yeah, I would just surrender. Oh, that's like a werewolf.
Captain Silvo, the ship is yours.
Silvo.
Excellent work, Brutus. Excellent. Now, take me to the vault.
New Republic decree.
Oh.
Open the vault. Some of you have all but given up on me. Your good old captain.
Oh, what's that guy?
It's all forgotten now.
Is that the guy from Mando?
Cold, hard credits.
Money. Oh no, it's empty. Oh, there's one. Oh dear.
Good men's lives lost for a single measly credit.
Oh dear. Sorry, Silvo. Okay, solid start.
Eternity in my dungeons, being tortured until you die. No!
I love it. Even the kids in the Star Wars universe play with Jedi figures. I'm going to be bad with names, by the way. I'm not going to remember anyone's name. It is weird seeing people, like, living normal lives in the Star Wars universe. I feel like all our main characters have always got really horrible lives.
You should not have come here.
Oh, this is so good. This is so wholesome. I'm loving this. Wow, seeing a school bus in Star Wars is weird.
You remember? Did you just see that? See what?
I know Neil. I know of Neil because Twitter and Blue Sky have been just non-stop talking about Neil. Neil's the one character I do know. I think it's just jarring seeing a planet where people are living very normal lives. We're normally way too focused on the whole war part of Star Wars. Is he drawing? Like an Etch-a-Sketch?
Tell the Undersecretary how you would like to contribute to the great work.
Oh,
Yes, Runa.
I want to be a senior statistical accountant.
Ah, yes. And you. No fair, I want to be an analyst. Don't worry, we need all the analysts we can get.
These kids are nerds.
Remember, we all have a place in the great work.
Oh. I don't like this society. Why are droids not doing the analyst job? Surely they would do better work. That's so boring. Like kids in school, like, I want to be an analyst. I want to be an accountant. Ugh. Ugh. Nope. Out of fuel. I love Neil. Neil looks so cool.
Just don't stay up too late studying, okay? You're gonna do great tomorrow.
Studying's for nerds.
Your mother is home from work early.
Hide all this, and if she asks, I was upstairs studying.
But you weren't upstairs studying.
Run memory override. Yes, I was. You just didn't see me.
I didn't see you, Fern.
Fern, is that you?
No.
Hey, Mom, I was just studying in my room.
Yes, Fern was studying in her room.
I can understand not giving a fuck about education in the Star Wars universe. You know that Jedi and shit exist. They're these heroes. And you're told to study and be an analyst or... Oh, no thank you.
Will you please read me a story like Mom used to?
Sorry, buddy. I gotta work. Bedtime stories. Aren't you getting a little bit old for that?
Bookhead. It is really interesting seeing, like, normal homes in Star Wars, too. I love that they have stories about Jedi and Sith and things. I wonder how accurate the stories are. Because obviously, since the Jedi reigned and stuff, the Empire took over. I imagine a lot of information on Jedi was purged, so...
No! Wait! Stop the trap! I overslept! You can make it! I'm gonna take a shortcut!
This is so fun. And I tell you what, this looks better than the speeders in Book of Boba Fett. That's that's for sure.
Any questions?
What if, say, someone missed their tram, so they're taking a shortcut
Sit
and
down,
then...
student. The test will begin shortly. Sit.
Didn't even answer his question. Yeah, this is so fun. Oh, you might want to... Oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was just a giant pit. Luckily, there was a slope. Oh, there's something there. What is it?
What are you in for?
I fell in a hole.
I missed my assessment. What are you in for? I race bikes so the droids hate me. I saw your bike. It's totally wizard.
Wizard!
I got pulled out of a review because you skipped your test?
No, I didn't
What
skip.
happened to your clothes?
Dad,
This
that doesn't...
is absolutely unacceptable, young man.
Dad, that doesn't matter because I found something buried in the woods. I think it's a lost Jedi temple like this.
Wait,
The fuck am I watching? What the fuck are they watching?
Because this could be a real adventure. No more pretend.
I didn't even ask how assessment went.
How did assessment go?
I think good.
Okay, that's great. Let's go. But
This is so wholesome so far. This is like, oh, I'm loving this.
Oh, I know. Jedi 2, checking in. Read you loud and clear.
copy.
It's a lot more light-hearted than the Acolyte. Not that the Acolyte was bad at all for not being as light-hearted, but there's a lot more serious than this, and it's a nice change of pace. But yeah, this planet seems to have very strict rules. I noticed there was like a minefield above the planet when it showed at night, like little red dots. Reminds me of the planet from that Clone Wars episode. I think it's like Iago? The one that's surrounded by mines and they can never leave because of that. Wonder if it's similar to that. Keep everyone there, keep everyone safe. Sort of mentality. Okay, so it's some sort of hatch. Is it a temple or like a crashed ship? Some sort of like access hatch.
Like Grandpa says, if you listen really closely, you can still hear them banging on the doors, trying to get out.
Oh dear. It's interesting that all the like speeders work on like tracks. Again, this society seems very like restrictive and not the kind of place I would want to live. Keep everyone on rails, keep a minefield above them to keep them in line. Make them study for a test as a kid that determines the job for the rest of their lives. Like, no. So, oh, okay. Controls. Can they get it open? Well, they got it open. Neil just shining the torch in his eyes. Ah, that looked like a space rat. It's a droid.
It's just a droid. A dead droid. Looks like it died pulling this lever. Do not touch that. Well, I'm not gonna pull it. Well, you almost did. Well, I'm not going to. Okay, then don't. Well, I won't. Just because I'm about to.
I think there's something inside.
Ah! Oh. What did the lever do? Turn the power on? Oh no, it seals the doors. Oh, okay, it seals up the ship. How long's this been here?
Have all sorts of secret passageways. Just ignore him.
It looks
And
like a
don't touch
ship.
anything.
But how long's it been here? It looks like a while. Hit it to get it working. Oh shit, that turned everything on. Surprised the power still works. Been buried for so long.
Okay, listen, I was wrong. It isn't a temple. It's even better.
Don't touch
Anything. Power's up. We can open the hatch, get out, and get back home.
Don't press the green button. Don't do it. It's not gonna do anything good.
Whip, hello?
Oh no. What the fuck have you done? Oh. Oh no, they're taking off. Why are they climbing? What are they doing? Get back inside! Get back inside. Why would you climb on the outside of a ship? Hey. Well, fuck. The ship works pretty well for the state it was in. That green button did a lot. Did it, like, turn on the autopilot? Or did that droid wake up and he's piloting it? They're in space.
Those. I think they're planets. They're stars.
They've never seen stars? Oh no. Well, shit. Wow. This show's fun so far. I'm gonna watch episode 2 straight away. I'm just gonna hop straight into episode 2 after this. I just wanted a brief sort of discussion afterwards. That was so fun. It feels like we're in for a lighthearted, fun Star Wars show, and I've been wanting that. I've been wanting that for years. Like, I know the other shows have some lighthearted elements in there. The Acolyte was pretty dark, but a lot of the shows, Mandalorian, Book of Boba, Ahsoka, they're very serious. They're very serious plot lines, very serious shit going on, and this just a bunch of kids stumbling into a pirate adventure. That's so fun. And this first episode was such a fun introduction to it. Such a fun way to start the show. I can see why they'd release 2 episodes, because I imagine the next episode will be the proper start of the adventure. This is them leaving. Episode 2, I assume, is going to be the start of their adventure. So I can understand why they released 2 episodes on the first day, but wow. Yeah, this has me hooked already. This was a lot of fun. And visually, it looked really good. Visually, it looked great. Like, the effects all looked great, but also, like, the characters, the costumes, the prosthetics, the aliens I mentioned before, but just to expand on my point that I made in the reaction, in Star Wars shows, I feel there is a lack of aliens. And I don't mean... I know we have, like, Ahsoka and Hera, and we have some in the Acolyte, but many of the aliens we get are very humanoid. And by that, I mean many of the aliens we tend to get as main characters are just people painted a certain color. Ahsoka, orange, Hera, green. It's just people painted. There's not much in terms of prosthetic and stuff. It's painted with a headpiece. And it's interesting that we're getting more aliens. I mean, the pirates at the beginning, we had like a werewolf guy, and there was all sorts of different types of aliens, and in the school there was as well. And we have Neil, one of the main cast, being, you know, a non-humanoid type alien, and that is what I want in a Star Wars show. I feel like we're missing that with these shows, especially, you know, because I felt it most when I was watching Andor. Andor is a brilliant show, but when you're watching it, you're like, this is just... everyone's human. Just humans everywhere. And it's like, in a Star Wars galaxy, I want to see more aliens and stuff, like how in like Rebels and Clone Wars and other animated shows. They're all over the place. You know, they're all over the place, and part of the main cast too. And I just feel like there's been a lack of that, and this show really seems to be breaking past that and showing more aliens within the main cast, not just in the background here and there. Because I understand it must cost more money to do the prosthetics and to do the animatronics and whatever else needed for like stuff, as well as the CG. That must be difficult, but I like that they're taking time and effort to do that for this show. I'm really impressed by it so far, and I hope we keep getting more of it, because nothing I dislike more than when a Star Wars show is purely dominated by just humans. You know what I mean? Like, it's Star Wars. Let it be weird space aliens. Just, I don't know, when it's just all 90% human, I don't know. It doesn't feel as Star Wars-like to me. And our main sort of cast, I'm guessing this is the main sort of group, these 4 kids that we're going to be following. They all seem very cool. I feel like we need to get to know them a bit more. But yeah, no, they all seem very cool. They're very, very, very good actors for their age as well. I gotta say, like, they did a good job. They did a really good job in this first episode, and I'm really curious to see where they go in the later episodes. So yeah, no, I'm excited with our main sort of group. I'm excited that there's pirate stuff involved. They showed us a little snippet of pirate stuff, so I'm going to assume with the theme of the show, I'm going to make an assumption that the ship they've just stowed away on is a pirate ship. That's what I'm going to assume. It's an old pirate ship and they're going into a pirate adventure. It makes sense with what they showed at the beginning. I'm not sure if it's the same ship. I wasn't paying attention, but I wasn't paying that close attention anyway to compare the ships. Whether or not that ship they got in was the same as one of them from the beginning, I don't know. But I'm assuming it's pirate related, which is really fun, having kids, you know, venture into like a pirate adventure, stumbling into it and, you know, sort of going along for the ride. Very fun, very fun. Kind of reminds me a little bit, kind of reminds me of, I don't remember the name of it, but the Clone Wars episode with the younglings. There's a Clone Wars episode where Ahsoka is taking a group of younglings to go and build their lightsabers, and along the way they get boarded by pirates and they end up going on a little adventure, just these sort of group of kids going on an adventure with pirates, and Grievous comes into play at one point. It's giving me that kind of vibe. So obviously not anything Jedi related, but still kids kind of stumbling into an adventure. It's reminded me of that, and that's honestly like one of my favorite arcs in Clone Wars, just because it's so fun. Another thing with it being based around more like pirate stuff, one, I don't think we get enough of pirates. Just give me all pirates. I love that we're getting a show about them. Just pirates. That's all I want to see. But with it being about pirates, I feel like it's not too connected to anything we already know. It's in that same sort of timeline. From my understanding, it's the same sort of time as Mando and everything. And it's in that kind of time frame, but it's not too connected. It gives us a little bit of wiggle room to do some fun things without having to tie it into existing stuff, and without having just cameo after cameo. You know, they're not throwing like CG Luke, they're not throwing in C-3PO, they might not throw in characters like that we know. You know, it might just be pirates. We might get a few cameos. I mean, we know of some pirates through other Star Wars shows, so maybe we'll get some cameos here and there, some smaller ones, but you know, not to the level of like, at least I hope, you know, we're not going to get like, oh, Mando show up and take over the show for half the show. We're not going to have, you know, we're probably not going to have like Boba Fett, or we're probably not going to have Luke and stuff. And that's not bad that they show up in those other shows. But I feel like there's a thing, and I felt it a lot with the Acolyte as well. I feel like a lot of the fan base is almost expecting cameos all the time, and like a show or an episode isn't fun unless they're getting that cameo. And I feel if you are that type of person, I'm going to be honest, I feel like that's a terrible mentality to have with Star Wars stuff. You should enjoy it for what it is. You should not go into a show hoping for this character to show up, this character to show up, and then be disappointed if they don't. The truth is, like, it doesn't need to connect to anything. We might get some small things here and there, but like, you know, if you're watching a show and the Jedi you want doesn't turn up, or you're watching a show and whoever doesn't turn up, that's okay. They don't need to. Even if it gets into your head, or you watch YouTubers speculating who's going to show up, this is going to happen, and it doesn't happen, that's okay. But personally, I don't mind cameos. I like cameos. I think they're really, really fun. But I don't go into shows demanding that they happen and then be disappointed when they don't. And I don't think anyone else should either. I think it is a bad mentality, and you're just not going to enjoy 90% of Star Wars stuff if you go into it like that. So yeah, that's just... I'm rambling, but that's a point I wanted to make. But anyway, I am going to watch episode 2. I'm going to move on to episode 2, but I'm going to end this video here. If you like the video, please leave a like. Let me know what you thought in the comments about episode 1 and episode 2. Why not? Let me know what you thought in the comments, and let me know what you think about this show so far, what hopes you have, what you hope to see in the future of the show, what your speculations are, and where you think it's going to go. I'm curious. Let me know what you thought about it. And yeah, if you're not subscribed already, I would be very grateful if you subscribed. If you want to watch this show with me, I will be trying to release the videos the reaction videos alongside the episodes as close as I can, a day or two after the show airs, just for editing time and things. But I'm going to release it as soon as I can after the show airs. So, yeah, subscribe if you want to keep up to date with those and watch the series with me. And like I said before, just to go over this again, my Rings of Power reactions, I am still working on them. I have still recorded more that I am still working through. I'm still editing. They will be released over the coming weeks as well, alongside this show. I'm not putting that on hold to watch this. I'm going to be doing a little bit of both. So there's going to be a mix of Rings of Power and Skeleton Crew over the next few weeks, probably over the rest of December, honestly. So yeah, just keep an eye out for those. And yeah, until next time, bye.